Game 8, the final game of the 1903 World Series. The Boston Americans coming into the series leading the Pittsburgh Pirates 4-3 in this best of 9 as it returns to the Huntington Avenue baseball grounds in Boston for the remainder of the series. The game was played in front of a relatively small crowd of 7,400, so a bit less than some of the previous games in Boston. The pitching matchup for the day featured Bill Dineen for the Boston Americans, and starting for the 5th time in the series for Pittsburgh, Deacon Philippi. A travel day plus a rainout on the 12th pushed the game back to the 13th of October, which allowed Philippi a second consecutive start. This would be Boston's 5th look at Philippi, so is he still going to be effective here? It all started off promising enough with Philippi holding Boston scoreless on 2 hits until the 4th inning, while the Pirates remained completely hitless until the 4th. The Pirates started to rally on the top half of the 4th inning when Tommy Leach drew a walk and went to third on a Hannes Wagner single. But an attempt at a double steal went wrong as Tommy Leach was caught coming home to end the inning. Tommy Leach, seen here in the 1950s game show I've Got a Secret. Yeah, it's kind of hard to find 8 games worth of pictures of guys that played in 1903. Boston scored first in the bottom half of the inning when Buck Freeman tripled and Freddie Parent reached on an error by catcher Ed Phelps on a weak hit in front of the plate. Hey, Freddie Parent on the same episode of I've Got a Secret as Tommy Leach. A nice little 1903 World Series reunion on this game show. Candy LaChance bunted the runner to second while Freeman remained on third, and then both runners came in on a single by Hobie Ferris to make the score 2-0 Boston. Pittsburgh blew another chance to score in the top of the 6th. Pitcher Deacon Philippi hit a single but was picked off at first base in a strikeout pick-off double play combo. Philippi seen here reminiscing with Hannes Wagner about the World Series days. Boston added another run in the bottom of the 6th when Candy LaChance hit a triple and Hobie Ferris drove in his 3rd run of the game to make the score Boston 3, Pittsburgh 0. And this ends up being the final score, with Hobie Ferris driving in all 3 runs in the final game to make him the RBI leader in the series for Boston, with 6 or 7, depending on what part of Baseball Reference you're looking at. The final 3 innings of the game remained hitless for both teams as the Boston Americans take the first ever World Series 5-3. Bill Dineen with 4 complete games for Boston and a 2.06 ERA for a 3-1 record in the series. For Pittsburgh, Deacon Philippi throwing an unbelievable 5 complete games. The Pirates were relying entirely on Philippi for quality pitching in the series. Cy Young with an ERA of 1.85 and 3 complete games in his only World Series appearance. And yes, Cy Young appeared on I've Got a Secret as well. These segments are all available on YouTube. Check these old guys out. It's really cool. The Senior League starts out strong, but the Pirates are ultimately undone by their lack of pitching in the first World Series. The Boston Americans are the world's champions of baseball for 1903 and win the first ever World Series in 8 games. An exciting moment for the young American League, only 3 years into their existence. Boston will win the American League pennant again in 1904, but unfortunately no series will be played due to a boycott by the National League. But we will be back in 1905 with the second World Series.